Las Fierbints is a remarkable series that captures the essence of rural life while intertwining comedy with social commentary. In Șpaga, Partea 2, the narrative deepens the exploration of bribery in the village, exposing the absurdity and the human vulnerability intertwined with corruption. The episode begins with the mayor, Mr. Celentano, discovering a new scheme among the villagers. What seems like a minor financial misconduct soon escalates into a labyrinth of schemes and misunderstandings that illustrate the fragility of trust in tight-knit communities. From the outset, the series presents us with the protagonist, Fierbinți, whose innocence contrasts sharply with the manipulative tendencies of the other villagers. His naive perspective serves as a lens through which viewers perceive the moral ambiguity of those around him. Early scenes showcase Fierbinți being asked to deliver a message about a small monetary gift to a local official. The simplicity of this task is undermined by the intricate dynamics between villagers who are constantly seeking an advantage. The comedy arises not from slapstick, but from the careful observation of human behavior, the hesitation, the unspoken cues, and the subtle glances that reveal the inner calculations of each character. One of the most striking sequences is the scene in the village hall, where multiple villagers converge to discuss matters related to local taxes and permits. Each character attempts to sway decisions in their favor, sometimes by offering money, sometimes by appealing to emotional bonds. The scene is remarkable not only for its humor, but for the meticulous choreography of dialogue and movement, where timing is essential. The interplay between the characters is reminiscent of classical theatrical farce, yet it remains deeply rooted in the authenticity of rural Romanian life. Another key moment is the confrontation between Fierbinți and the village blacksmith, who tries to convince him to manipulate the official for personal gain. The dialogue is tense yet comedic, as Fierbinți oscillates between fear, curiosity, and the desire to maintain his own ethical standards. This duality captures the central theme of the episode: the constant negotiation between morality and practicality in everyday life. The cinematography subtly reinforces the narrative, with warm lighting highlighting the rustic charm of the village, while contrasting with the cold, calculating expressions of those scheming in shadows. Close-up shots during critical dialogue moments emphasize the inner turmoil of the characters, especially when money changes hands or when promises are tested. The series excels in making mundane interactions feel significant, turning ordinary exchanges into intricate studies of power, influence, and human weakness. An essential aspect of Șpaga, Partea 2, is the parallel between humor and social critique. While the villagers' antics are amusing, they also reflect real societal concerns, including nepotism, favoritism, and the casual corruption that pervades small communities. The writers skillfully balance comedy with commentary, ensuring that the humor does not dilute the critical message, but instead makes it more digestible and relatable for the audience. Scenes in the local pub are particularly noteworthy, as the informal setting allows characters to voice thoughts they would never express in public. Here, the series explores themes of gossip, rumor, and collective complicity, demonstrating how corruption is not merely an individual failing, but a social phenomenon embedded in cultural practices. From a performance perspective, the actors exhibit exceptional timing and chemistry, which elevates the material. The lead actor portraying Fierbinți conveys a complex mix of bewilderment and determination, capturing the tension between maintaining personal integrity and navigating a community where moral boundaries are fluid. Supporting characters are equally compelling, with their exaggerated but believable quirks, each adding texture to the village tapestry. Comparisons to other series, exploring rural corruption or small-town politics, highlight Las Fierbintsi's unique blend of humor, realism, and warmth. Unlike stories that portray corruption in a grim or sensationalized manner, this episode uses levity to examine human motives, allowing viewers to reflect on ethical dilemmas without feeling lectured. Anecdotally, watching this episode evokes memories of real-life experiences where minor acts of bribery or compromise created ripple effects, sometimes comical, sometimes disheartening. The show's ability to mirror these experiences with both authenticity and humor is one of its strongest attributes. In conclusion, Șpaga, Partea is an intricate, humorous, and insightful episode that illuminates the subtle dynamics of human behavior within a small community. It explores moral complexity with a light touch, balancing character-driven comedy with social commentary. Each scene, whether in the village hall, the blacksmith's workshop, or the local pub, contributes to a tapestry of narrative that is both entertaining and thought-provoking, offering a vivid portrait of the villagers' struggles with integrity, greed, and loyalty.